let's move on to our body mechanics now. One of the biomechanical features I talk about in the Power 3 golf system is what I call your lever delivery action. There are three basic lever delivery actions. One of them is what we call a covering lever delivery action. One is a cornering, and one is extending. Now, what we need to understand about these three actions is they all begin in a different part of the swing, and they all finish in a different part of the swing. So, for example, when we look at the covering delivery action, which is performed by on-top golfers, they'll go up to the top of the backswing, and once they make their transition, as soon as the left arm is parallel to the ground in the downswing, that's where the right arm starts extending down towards their aim point through impact. As that right arm is extending, they maintain the angle on the right wrist, but that right arm is extending downward towards their aim point. Now from here, the left leg is going to be posting and the torso is going to be coming up as they unhinge that right wrist through impact. They're going to find that their full extension is achieved by about 3 feet past impact. Okay? So once again, their delivery action starts when the left arm is parallel to the ground in the downswing. The right arm begins to extend down through the aim point, the left leg posts, and then the head and the sternum come up as that right wrist unhinges into their extension position that's about 3 feet past impact. You watch players like Peter Lonard and Peter Sr., they do this really well. Again, they are more on-top golfers. They actually look like they're standing up out of their posture as they deliver that covering delivery action. And that's okay because their postural release feature is going to be what we call the stand-up postural release option as well. So if you're an on-top golfer, you're going to have a covering lever delivery action, and you're going to have more of a stand-up in posture postural release feature. All right? The next one's what we call the cornering lever delivery action. These golfers go up to the top, they make their transition, and about the time the butt of the club's pointed at the ball, and that's when the left arm is about 45 degrees to the ground. Again, this would be, at the parallel. This is about 45 degrees in between. So if we have a vertical line here and a parallel line here, that would be 45 degrees right in between there. So we go up to the top, we transition, the butt of the club's pointing at the ball, the left arm's near 45 degrees, the shaft is near 45 degrees right here. Now from here, their right arm is going to start to extend towards their aim point again. And as they extend towards their aim point, that left leg is posting. So they're extending the right arm and the left leg is posting. Notice how I maintain the angle in my right wrist as I do that. The left leg is posting, the right arm is extending. Now when I reach that end of that post, my sternum is going to come up and my wrist is going to unhinge. So the first half of that delivery action is that right arm extending and the left leg posting. Then the right wrist unhinges and my sternum comes up. Okay, that full extension is going to be achieved at about 45 degrees past impact. All right. You look at players like Tiger Woods and Annika Sorenstam, they're side-on golfers. This is the delivery action that they're using. Okay. So keep in mind that everything happens in a matter of degrees. Some golfers are going to be in between the covering, what we would call the pure covering delivery action and the pure side-on action, or the pure cornering action. So look at Ben Hogan. Ben Hogan is what I call a side cover golfer. He had in between a side-on and a on-top alignment. So his lever delivery action would be more, instead of on-top and cornering, being the two, it would be right in between those two. So what we want to always realize is that biomechanically, everything that happens in a matter of degrees, and we need to know exactly what our biomechanical features are and how we can apply them so that we can utilize them in a golf swing that fits us the best, one that we can own for a lifetime. All right, now the next lever delivery action is what we call the extending lever delivery action. This is performed by undergolfers. So undergolfers go up to the top, they make their transition until the shaft is roughly parallel to the ground. The butt of the club's pointed parallel left right now. Now from here, what's going to happen is I'm going to extend again out towards my aim point, which is parallel left over here. So I'm rotating, my left leg is straightening, boom, I come to impact and I finish my extension, which is somewhere about parallel to the ground. So if we look at the extending lever delivery action done by undergolfers, it starts here and it finishes here. Okay? If we look at the covering lever delivery action performed by side-on golfers, it starts here and it finishes here. If we look at the on-top lever delivery action, or the covering lever delivery action performed by on-top golfers, it's going to start right here and be finished right there. Okay? So once again, you need to understand what your biomechanical feature options are. We covered your swing path, whether you were under, side on, or on top in a past issue. We also covered your postural release action in a past issue as well. So we're going to find out that our swing path, our postural release, and our lever delivery, they all have to match up. That's part of what timing is in the golf swing as far as the biomechanics is concerned. So we want to look at those features, and we want to make sure that we're utilizing those features in synchronicity with each other. So we're making our swing as efficient as we can, and we're developing a swing that we can own for a lifetime.